What up, everybody? We have another very special guest joining us today. A nice independent singer songwriter right out of Houston, Texas, joining us, and her name
Yes,
is
sir.
Jastin Martin.
What's up?
So
What's up?
go ahead, give it up for the lovely Jastin Martin here. So first off, we do this with every artist we check in. You know, the pandemic been tough on everybody. You know, people haven't been able to make the moves that they usually make throughout the year. So I want to start off with that, man. Like, how has this whole year kind of affected you, uh, creativity wise? Like, are you still able to make music and create like you usually are, or have you been in a little bit of a funk, or how have you been
Right.
lately the last few months?
Lately, so this year, just 2020 as a whole, really been a challenging year, but a lot of growth has come from it. So I'm grateful. I can't complain. As far as creatively, I have way more time to just sit and write, sit and record. Then I also record myself and engineer myself. So I can take a whole day and just really tap in. So I'm grateful for the extra time.
That's a bonus. A lot of
Yeah.
people, yeah, that I think that's when you seen the real creative artists
Right, right,
because,
right.
because a lot of them don't engineer, they don't make beats,
Right. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's a lot of studios were shut down, so they really couldn't do nothing.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, that's dope.
Thank you.
So where did you kind of get your beginnings and what made you decide like, oh, I'm an engineer myself, I'm gonna record myself rather than going to another person or studio to get that done? And how'd you even get in the singer songwriter game to even begin with?
Right. So I've been singing and writing since I was 9 years old. I actually have some old videos on YouTube up there when I'm real little, just singing, going hard. But I started professionally recording in a studio when I was 15. And then I ended up going to Grambling for college, 2018. And so I then had to start flying to go to the studio and then go back to school and then take time. And so I was like, it's not really gonna work. I can't really work on my time, because I might write a song and want to record it that day and do this and that, and I couldn't do that. So I really was like, let me figure something out. So me and my mom got all the equipment, had it sent to Grambling, and I've been learning ever since. YouTube is a great teacher. I try to tell that to every artist. YouTube, you can learn anything on YouTube.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think YouTube is severely underrated because I feel like
definitely.
a lot of people want a mentor, but it's like there is free game on YouTube
Hmm.
everywhere. All
Yeah,
you gotta
facts.
do, any question you got, any question you got, you can look it up on YouTube. So people who
Facts.
think they need a mentor to break in the game, you really don't. You just
Mm-mm.
need a good work ethic and
Yeah,
researchability.
It's
definitely.
it's low key better than Google to me. Because
Yeah.
a lot of stuff like I try to whenever I'm struggling with something, I just YouTube it, and
Hmm.
9 times out of 10, somebody that already did that shit. So
Yeah.
they walking you through everything. So
Right.
it's pretty dope.
It is definitely.
So since you are a singer, we gotta ask you about how you feel about the current state of R&B.
Hmm.
Me and Figgy, we be going back and forth about this sometimes, and we had
Right.
other singers like Jack Freeman on too talking about it.
Hmm.
And we wonder, like, because I could tell you're very young, you probably grew up in a different generation of R&B, but
Hmm.
how do you feel about the state of R&B, the state of Black music in general? Like, do you think it's in a good place? Do you think it's being taken back to whatever roots it might be, or do you think it's kind of still in a kind of trap phase with the rap,
Yeah.
being blended in and all
Yeah.
that? How do you feel about R&B in general right now in 2020?
R&B, specifically the genre of R&B, I feel like I love it. We got the Lucky Days, the Hers, the I kind of include Bryson Tiller in R&B. I love Bryson Tiller. I'm a huge fan. The Janae Eikos. I feel like R&B in itself, they doing good. They doing great. But as far as just music in a whole, being that I'm an artist that's huge on lyricism, I can't really rock with everything. But I mean, music is music. I love music, but I definitely appreciate and value the music with meaning. So like I love old school. I love old R&B, 2000s R&B.
I feel you. I feel
He
you.
threw the
So,
horns up for that one.
so which artist inspired you to get into music? Like, give us at least like 3 to 5 artists that you was like, I gotta, you know what, I gotta sing. This is what I
Right.
want to do.
Well, so no specific artist inspired me. I grew up listening to all kind of music, literally all music, and I love all music. I listen to reggae. You might roll up on me bumping country, some Jodeci and Tyrese. You never know with me. So I definitely have favorite artists though, but all music. I've always loved music. So no one person inspired me.
Okay.
But I do, for my favorite artists, Bryson Tiller, Janae Aiko, Drake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you. And I also noticed you were a songwriter as well. You write your music.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that debate as well? Because, it started as a whole thing when Drake and Meek Mill were going back and forth, and then Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were getting into it too. I feel like R&B is a little different because it's more accepted to not write your own music. That's coming from R&B rather than rap. But where do you stand on that whole debate? Do you think that as an artist you should write your own material, period, or do you think it's okay to get songs written or get help?
Right. That's very true. As an artist, I feel like, me personally, I write all my music because I write exactly what I live and go through. But it's nothing to take away from artists that do work with writers, because it's a creative process and I do love creativity. That's what music is about, creativity. But me personally, I feel like I sing my story. I write my story. So I want to tell it,
I feel you. It makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. And I think usually with R&B singers, they get people to write how they're feeling, but yeah, it's still.
It's so many different creative processes.
Yeah, I think it depends too. I think if this R&B artist get into a different tax bracket where he don't have to sit there and write all day,
right?
He can get about 4 or 5 writers to write what he's thinking about, because it's the same thing with producers. You see some of the biggest producers, most likely they just standing behind the board telling other people what to do, and
that's crazy.
They kind of take the credit for it. So I think it depends where you get to in your career.
Yeah, and then as far as me, as far as how you said they might pay somebody, writing for me in music is really an outlet. So that's really how how some people might smoke or do this. I smoke as well, but it's an outlet. So I'm gonna go straight to writing. So I just enjoy that creative process. So I'll probably always write my music. It's like I need it.
I feel you and I respect it. I mean, like it's rare, especially for singers, to write a lot of their own material. So yeah, that's definitely valuable, because I mean, when you make it big, that means you get the writing credits too, and that's huge. Right. So that definitely makes a difference. You don't got to split that shit as much.
Right.
So usually we have a female co-host joining us, but I don't think she's gonna be here. So we're gonna ask you some of the questions we usually ask her about this time.
Okay,
time of month. So I want to ask some stuff about some headlines I've been seeing, some things that have been happening, and get the female perspective on it. So first off, I know you probably heard what Sweetie was getting trending for saying about the Birkin bag thing. About how she said, basically, she said something like, you don't need him if he can't afford a Birkin bag for you. Or if he can't buy you a Birkin bag, he can't do nothing for you. So basically implying if he can't get you a $10,000 bag, then you don't need to be messing with him.
Fuck you, right.
Yeah. And this split the timeline on Twitter and Instagram down the middle. You had men saying, you had men getting mad at her. You got women saying, she got a point.
Right.
You need to be messing with a man with no money. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel like if you messing with a dude, he's got to be in a certain financial standing to get you some things? Or do you feel like, we can grow together and
Right.
stay low and grind or whatever y'all want to
Right.
say.
And get it out the mud.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never been the type to be like, what you got for me? You know, or like, where your money? I never been that type. Yeah, as long as you got goals, like your mentality got to be straight. You got to be tapped in with yourself, you know. But as far as bags and shit, money and shit, I'm not worried about that. I mean, you can't just be on no bum shit though, not trying to do shit, you know. Like you can't be just kicking and not doing shit. But yeah.
Okay. I think you might have picked up a few more male fans
Right.
with that response. I feel you.
I got a chance now.
Hey girl, I got hopes and dreams, man.
Right, look.
Look,
Okay.
we got to just live off this Whataburger for a few months.
Right,
I got you though in the future.
I gotta ask you this. You I seen Russ was playing your song on his Instagram live. How did that happen, and what was your thoughts what was your real kind of reaction when you seen that?
So my reaction, I was driving and I don't be paying attention, so I'm on my maps and shit. I got my mama on the phone. We always on the phone. I'm driving and then I just start getting notifications like YouTube comments, Twitter, Instagram, and it's just saying, go look at your live, go look at Russ live, go look at Russ live. I'm like, what the fuck going on? I jump on there. I'm like, Mom, I'll call you right back. I jump on there and he on there bumping my shit. That was so crazy. It was crazy. It came about though, funny story. I watched Russ interviews for the past, I want to say year and a half. I would just sit and watch Russ interviews. I went and bought his book when he dropped it. Just really gaining the knowledge, you know, because whenever Russ speaks, he putting you on game, basically. And I ended up following, I think, one of his close friends. I'm not thinking nothing of it. And then one day I'm reading his book and out of nowhere I get a DM from him and I'm like, what the fuck? But well, his close friend had DM'd me, you know, a little while after I followed him, just saying, you know, he fucked with again and it was dope. You know, I'm thank you, appreciate it. I'm not thinking nothing of it. But turns out he showed Russ and he ended up hitting me up like, that shit hard.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just been rocking with me since, man. Dope, he dope.
I always like to hear that, man. I like to hear organic stories of people putting people on because I always feel like there's a lot of payola involved in some of these things. Yeah. Like
that's true.
Getting paid for plays and hookups and stuff. So I do like it when people actually genuinely fuck with somebody.
Genuine facts, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't know you, I would have probably thought it was like an industry. You was an industry plant.
Really?
Yeah, I would have thought. Oh, she probably signed to a big label already, and they reached out to him to play your stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you magically blow up.
Right. That's funny.
I feel you. So another question. I'm going back to the bullshit now. But,
talk to me.
Another question I want to ask. So in the spirit of our new president-elect Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris,
right?
I gotta ask how you feel about the certain people speaking out. Like for example, Lil Wayne came out, took a picture with Trump. And reportedly, like his girlfriend had broke up with him.
Yeah, I did see that.
So how would you feel if you were really messing with a dude and he came out and was on some Trump shit? Would that be enough alone to be like, I can't fuck with you no more? Or
for sure. That's all I need. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That show me your mentality and my mentality are on two different sides of the spectrum.
Damn. What if he got you the Birkin bags though? I wouldn't be
enough. Know. You talking about what about the Birkin bag?
I'm just saying, man.
Nah.
You gotta remember, this is Lil Wayne though. This ain't no.
That shit shocked me. That was crazy. Like, I'm like, what? That
was real.
To each his own, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to ask it. I had to know because I think a lot of people. Like we all fuck with people who we don't agree with 100%, but it is interesting to see like that like this is how crazy politics have gotten to where
exactly.
It's like,
You can't even. You getting cut. Yeah.
You cut off. People ain't cut off their family members. You know, people ain't talked to each other for years over this shit.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
I feel like it's really serious though, because you know, with Trump, it's certain beliefs, like it's certain things he wants to do that's just not morally right. But I mean, everybody got their own opinion, so.
Yeah, it's tricky too, because I was talking to somebody today who owned a business, and I was just like, man, I'm glad this election is over. I ain't picking sides and nothing. I just said I'm glad it's over. Like, yeah, I was going for Trump, but the reason was because
he's a business owner.
Yeah, and he said the business was going, Biden was going to fly taxes.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. It's so many different ties.
Yeah, so I couldn't even argue or nothing.
Right. It's so many different ties to the shit.
Yeah, he was like a small business owner, and he was going to pay more taxes. So I was just like, damn, I can't sit here and say, oh well, you need to.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's his pockets.
Right. It's a couple wins and a couple losses with everything. So I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't have to buck up and pay them taxes, man.
Yeah.
Trump roll with the racists, man. He cool with them. That's why I can't fuck. Like, usually I don't get too much into politics or really care, because I think whoever the president, we're all kind of screwed in the end, being and being minorities too. But I just feel like, Trump be wrong with the racists, man. He definitely got that love from that crowd, so I can't fuck with that regardless. So shoot, what else we got for you? You got anything coming up? Any projects you're working on? Things you're gonna release? Are you going back to performing anytime soon? What's on the schedule for you?
I wish I was performing. I feel like with the COVID stuff, performances right now for everybody has been like on a pause. I can't wait till it's over with. But as far as music, I definitely have a lot of music coming, and then I'm really excited because I just took up producing and beat making. So real soon I'm gonna be dropping some stuff that's just completely made by me all around the board. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
Let me know. Be selling beats too?
Yeah, let me know.
What was it? Oh yeah. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna let you know.
Okay. Figgy trying to make a comeback to rap too. Maybe you could be on a track. It's like,
I'm all over the place. I used to rap. I'm originally from Cleveland, so I was rapping out there. But I don't know. I kind of lost it. Like I kind of don't want to do it now. I feel like the old man that's still trying.
I'm crying.
So
the old man. How old are you?
I'm 32. Yeah, just turned 32.
I'm not no old man. I'm thinking you about this.
Yeah, I've been going like a good strong 10 years though.
Yeah.
So I got
that's what it takes.
Yeah, I kind of got to where I thought I was gonna get, but just I moved out here and then start focusing on radio and stuff. But yeah, sometimes I'll be wanting to dip back into it. I'll be listening to a beat I got, but then like I ain't got the time. But yeah, if you need a verse, let me know. I might
look. Jump on there.
Yeah.
All right, well, Jastin, we also got to kind of break it down for people who haven't been familiar with your music yet.
Right.
Why tell the people, like, why should they check out Jastin? You know, we have a lot of artists out here doing their thing. Why should they check out your music, check out your projects, your videos? Why should they fuck with your music?
Honestly, my music is very organic. Like I said, I write exactly what I go through and live. So one thing that I do know a lot of my fans can take from it is relatable. You know, everybody go through damn near the same shit, just in different ways.
Yeah. I feel you.
I gotta ask you this. Since Russ played your music on Instagram Live, did you see a difference in how people I guess support you now? Do you get more support, or do you see things kind of trending up, or it's kind of been the same as it was before?
Honestly, the supporters that I have and the support I get has been just amazing regardless before he did that. Now, when he did that, it definitely spiked for some days, you know, maybe that week. I got a couple more followers. I was getting DMs in the YouTube comments. I'm here from Russ. Russ sent me here. Woo, woo. So yeah, it was dope. But yeah, I'm always, they show a lot of love, man. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Did you get the fake love too from the people who weren't really fucking with you before,
Definitely.
but then
Of
suddenly they
course.
like,
Hey,
Yeah,
girl, I
that's
see you
gonna
doing
come
your
with
thing,
it. Yeah.
but didn't comment on the post. Or
Yeah, that's gonna come. Yep.
yeah,
that always.
We kind of getting that too with the podcast. I see you doing your
Oh
thing.
yeah,
bro.
right. Yeah, and move around like. Yeah, that's crazy. Then I'm one of them people that really don't forget shit ever. Like it could be some shit 4 years ago. Like, nah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Needed a ride somewhere. They
Yeah,
suddenly was too
nah.
busy to do something. And you knew they wasn't doing shit.
Right,
And now they want to
exactly.
fuck with you. Like, nah, I
Nah.
remember.
Right.
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
Shoot. So tell the people where they can find you, where they can get your music, and where they can follow you on social media.
Right. Twitter at Martin Jastin. On Instagram is Jastin Martin Official. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Jastin Martin. So really everywhere, anywhere you can think of is Jastin Martin. You'll find me.
Is that your real name, Jastin?
It is.
Okay, I like it.
Thank you. People ask me that all the time.
All right, Jastin, we really appreciate it. Think you got anything else for Jastin?
That's it. Keep killing them. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, let us know if you need anything from us.
Bet. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.